This is a set of star cloud binoculars. The box says 15x magnification with 55-inch objective lenses. The listing actually said 10 by 50, so I guess we'll find out when we open the box which it is. I was sent this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, it would cost you about $60. They have not paid me for my review, and my opinions remain my own. Alright, so in the box they have a pretty nice little instruction booklet. The booklet also says 15 by 55. Tells you what it has, how to use it in general, how to attach the straps, how to use the camera attachment thing to take pictures through it. So the binoculars themselves come in this little carry case which has a neck strap. It also has a place you can put a belt through. And there's also a strap here which you can attach to the binoculars. And it has a pretty nice neoprene around your neck, and then these little things here that can come off and go through these guys here, and you could also attach them through both so that the lens caps kind of stay attached to one of these things. So it has individual lens caps on the front that fold down and stay attached, and on the rear they have these two that are attached as a single piece. Alright, so measurement time. Yes, the objective lenses are 49 to 50 millimeters in size, so these are definitely 50 millimeter binoculars. Now they do say 15 by 55 on the front here. It also says nitrogen filled, ED, waterproof. So they have some interpupillar adjustment like this. They also can have these eye cups that fold out, so if you're eyeglass wearer, you'll probably want to leave those down, but if not, you can put them out to get some eye relief and some contrast darkness there. There's also the plus minus adjustment on this side over here, and then the focus adjustment up on the top. So measuring the size of the exit pupil here, it does look to be a 5 millimeter exit pupil, and so with a 50 millimeter objective, 5 millimeter exit pupil, that would be a 10x magnification on these guys. So I'm going to say that the listing is correct and they are 10x magnification with 50 millimeter objectives. Alright, so the binoculars alone without any of the accessories are 1 pound and just a little bit above 10 ounces. They're 746 grams. So I was impressed with the optics. It's pretty clear. The focusing was easy. It worked pretty well. I wear eyeglasses, but I was able to take off my eyeglasses and focus with this. It has enough focus range to focus into my prescription as well as focusing with it. So I was able to use them without my eyeglasses and adjust the focus to match my prescription. And you could adjust the left and right with this guy. So I have a relatively strong prescription, and it has plenty of focal range to make that work for me. Now the one thing that was funny was it felt really small. They felt like they were really close together and small, and then I realized it's because they don't have prisms. So normally binoculars have the two big lenses farther apart, and they come into a shorter distance in here with a prism. These aren't using prisms, they're just using lenses straight through. So you can see they're basically two monoculars hooked together. I have a 63 millimeter interpupillar distance, and that works pretty well for me, but these guys aren't going to get much smaller than that. So when you close it all the way in, you could maybe get down to a 55 to 58 millimeter interpupillar distance, but anything smaller than that, it's just going to hit right here. It's not going to work. So they can go super wide for interpupillar distance, but not super narrow. So if you have a small face or for a kid, it may not work well for them. Now it includes this cell phone adapter, which is a pretty typical, you fold it out, you pinch your cell phone in, and then you line your camera up with this hole here, and then just slip it onto the end of one side of the binoculars to take pictures through the binoculars with a cell phone camera. So I just lined my camera up as close as I could get to the center of that hole, and we're going to see how well that works just attaching it on here, or if I need to adjust it some more. Alright, the cell phone adapter did a pretty good job. I recommend pushing the eye cup down before you attach it. That's about the best way to get the cell phone view to work well with it. as long as you're okay with the interpupillar distance being kind of limited to maybe 58 or so at the minimum. So if your eyes are far enough apart for this telescope optics to work for you, it does a pretty good job. And if you're looking for a 10x magnification with that 2-inch aperture, these are a pretty good, reasonable option at that price point. So these guys are about half the price of the kind of name brand 10 by 50 binoculars, and I think the optical quality is pretty darn good for what you're getting here.